France and Germany are promising to spend more than 500 million euros to support vaccine production in Africa. The European Union also plans to deliver more than 100 million doses of vaccines to the continent this year. Many African nations are struggling to secure vaccines on the global market. And South Africa is entering a third wave of infections. Our correspondent Adrian Kriesch reports from Durban.
Less than 2% of South Africans have received a jab so far, not even 1 million people.
Many South Africans are not happy about the slow rollout of the vaccination program. But the government says they simply cannot get their supplies earlier because of the massive global demand and also because many industrialized countries secured themselves huge quantities of vaccines. South Africa has ordered vaccines for 75% of its population, but only a fraction of that has arrived in the country.
This is why French President Emmanuel Macron and German Health Minister Jens Spahn are visiting South Africa to support technology transfer and the establishment of regional manufacturing centers. France committed up to 500 million euros. Germany will invest up to 50 million.
We are very keen to support and cooperate in this area with other countries around the world. We think it is very important that we can make it possible that everyone on the world that wants to be vaccinated can get vaccinated. We are only safe when everyone is safe.
South Africa has been a leading voice speaking out against lack of vaccine access for poor countries and demanding an intellectual property waiver for COVID-19 vaccines.
And on this, we are not going to retreat. Because for us to retreat means that we are saying our people's lives are not worth much. The lives of our people are worth a great deal. And we do this because we want to save our people's lives. And we're therefore going to continue insisting that this waiver should be there.
So far, not a single vaccine is produced in South Africa from scratch. Only one COVID-19 vaccine is partly manufactured here, filled in vials and distributed. Experts say it will take a long time to create the necessary capacity. Time that South Africa doesn't have. Infection rates have been increasing in the past days. The country is going into a third wave. And people who are under the age of 60 are still not sure when they will be able to get inoculated.
Again, DW's Adrian Kriesch filed that report from South Africa. He caught up with the German Health Minister Jens Spahn there to find out how Germany plans to help.
France and Germany pledged multi-million euro support for South Africa to create local vaccine production capacity. Can that still make an impact and a difference in the short run to fight this current pandemic?
Yes, it can and it must make a difference. Because you see, 99% of the vaccines used here in Africa are coming from outside, from abroad, are imported to Africa. And we want to support, for now, for this pandemic situation, but as well on mid and long term, we want to support South Africa and Africa as a whole to develop its own pharmaceutical industry in this regard for vaccination production, manufacturing, but, and that is actually what I discussed with President Ramaphosa and President Macron last night during dinner, as well for research. Because we have so many neglected diseases. We have COVID-19 now, we need to focus at. But there are so many neglected infectious diseases, especially here in Africa, that need research too, and then speed up of production.
But isn't it rather a long process? Most experts say it will take months, possibly years, until the capacity can be really set up and the know-how and technology transfer can happen.
Definitely, it will take some time, some months, and that is already quick, but we have seen it that quick in this pandemic situation already with tech transfer, and that is why we actually count on voluntary partnership between patent holders, companies like BioNTech, CureVac from Germany, others that are actually willing, I know from them, they want to cooperate, and we actually count on cooperation because that makes it easier. If there's voluntary cooperation, then the tech transfer, the cooperation between the experts, the staff, is much, much easier. And we do have companies here in South Africa like Spahn or BioVac that actually do already meet the world standards. Spahn is producing already for the world market, for example, for Johnson & Johnson, and that shows it's possible. It needs some time, some months, but that still could make a big, big difference for this pandemic.
South Africa's president once again during a visit asked for an intellectual property waiver. He says this will make things faster, this will make the availability of vaccines in Africa faster. Even the French president Macron also said, Mr. President, we are behind you on this idea. Why is Germany against it?
If you look at the goal, what are we aiming for? That is speeding up and actually making it possible in general that there is manufacturing here in South Africa and Africa. And really to speed it up, to really make a difference and not just a general debate. Cooperation is the way. Because, you know, this is about a very complex product. The production of vaccines is one of the most complex things in the world. And for that, you really need to know how you do it. Just a patent alone does not make the vaccine. And for that, the cooperation is really essential, it's crucial. And I see that most of the companies that have developed a vaccine against COVID-19 are really willing to cooperate with companies, for example, here in South Africa. And what we want to do with money, with financial resources, but as well politically, is to support this and to push them even to be faster.
Minister, thank you very much.
Thank you.